I'm worn out from holding my tummy in. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't sound like Johnny Addy, but I feel like him. On this program, we hope to examine the finer points of one of the fastest growing sports in America today. This is a sport that is seen in person by more people than see baseball, college football, and all other sporting activities in this country, with the exception of auto racing and horse racing. It is third in personal attendance of all sporting activities in this country. And some of you are going to laugh and not take this seriously. Those who don't are in for big trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, starting our card on this afternoon or this morning's event for the Donahue Show, here is Adrian Golden Boy Adonis. Welcome him. It says Adrian Adonis, New York Fever, catch it, refundable for one kiss. Also here is the highly regarded and a man who makes Golden Boy think. Here is Greg Gagne, right here. Greg. I'm here with Vern Gagne, who's the former American Wrestling Association World's Champion, who retired in fact in May of this year. But watch it. Tell me about these young men, Vern.
Well, one of them is my son, Greg. So I do have a feeling there, Phil, very strong. He's getting slammed right now by... he started this match off. He made a mistake. He threw a drop kick and missed, and he's a little bit shaken up from that. Adonis here, the front face lock, and a arm bar, the takeover. Greg moving out of it. And there's a headlock by Adonis. Adonis is a very powerful man. He weighs about 255 pounds. Greg's about 215. A nice reversal into a wrist lock, but he, again, pulled the hair. The referee couldn't, I guess he did catch it. But Adonis, there's a lot of animosity here. It's a good forearm blow by Greg. Which is, oh, that was a fist, which is not legal.
Let me just, for a second, Vern, go over and talk to some of these folks who appear to be real wrestling followers here. Hang on just a moment. Yes. Yeah. Excuse me. You'll chat with me for just a moment. You want to stand up? You really, you're a regular professional wrestling spectator.
Yes, sir, we are.
About how often would you go?
I would go every night if they had it.
Yeah.
But we go once a month down to the amphitheater.
Right. What is it about this that makes you so attracted to it? Why is it exciting?
I like the bodily contact. I like the excitement. I like the violence that they get into, the blood.
Yeah, the blood's real neat, isn't it?
Oh, that's great. That's the best part of wrestling.
The suggestion is, though, that this is not real, that this is all a performance and it's fake. How do you respond to those?
No, there is a lot of it that is not fake, believe me. There's a lot of times when you're seeing blood, it is real.
Really?
The falls, I'm sure, are they have to practice for quite a while to get the falls. But that hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
Yeah. You can tell this guy's in pain, can you?
Yeah, I would say he's hurting right now. I mean, look at the face.
You know these people, or how much do you study their background or their record, or?
Well, you have magazines. We watch every Sunday. We read all the articles we can on them. There is your future champ right there.
Really? Greg is?
Yes.
Tell me how you know him, and what can you say about Greg?
His style, he's fast. He's had an excellent teacher by his father. He's just a very good wrestler, and he's a clean wrestler.
Yeah. You'd rather watch a clean wrestler, would you?
No, I'd rather see when a dirty and a clean one get together in the ring.
Well, thanks a lot. I hope you'll help us out throughout the hour here. We're all trying to learn here about this sport, and I thank you. Sure, I thank you. You're a regular fan too, are you? Yeah. You go what? Once a week? How often is the time?
Well, I watch it every Sunday. My husband goes out and does the work, and I do the TV.
Yeah. You never feel that you're not being treated to a performance.
Well, with Gagne, it's okay. He's pretty good at it. He puts on a fairly good show. He lets loose, and besides, there's lots of tush action, so.
He's got what?
Tush action.
Oh, tush action. As in the dairy.
The hind end, right.
Is that a feature of wrestling that some have tush action and some don't? Is that it?
Well, some smile, some don't. You got to watch for it.
I see. We are watching Greg Gagne and Adrian Golden Boy Adonis. And yeah, you wanted to make what point?
I just wanted to say that I think people go to wrestling because just for the same reason that people like soap operas. That people love to hate, like Larry Hagman, and get into soap operas. And it's the same thing. This is like a basic struggle, good versus evil. Everybody likes to cheer for the good guy.
But I mean, are you actually involved with one of these wrestlers during all the matches?
Well, yeah, you get involved. You like the good guy, and you cheer for him. And, yeah, sure.
Okay. This is Adrian Golden Boy Adonis working on the first event of our card. I should say also, watch it, there you go. All right. What? All right. Greg, we got him yet? All right. Greg Gagne versus Adrian Golden Boy Adonis. I'll tell our viewers that later on in our card, you'll meet two of the world champion women wrestlers who are drawing their share of crowds throughout the country. As we attempt to examine, watch it. That's not legal, is it? Watch it. And the winner is Greg Gagne over Adrian Golden Boy Adonis. All right, fellas, it's over. Watch him, Scrap Iron. All right. Wrestling our subject, and we hope you'll join us. You'll be great. Vern Gagne is here. He's former world champion AWA wrestler, and you wanted to ask him?
There's a lot of controversy with women not being in contact sports, that women are going to get hurt and all that. How do women do in the contact sports in the wrestling?
Well, I think probably professional wrestling, and this I'm strictly professional wrestling, probably the first women livers in the world. Because lady wrestling goes way back into the early 1900s, in the 1920s into the 30s. We've always had lady wrestling. And, yes, some women hurt very, very badly, and others have survived and wrestled for a long, long time. But we do have many girl wrestlers. You're going to see a couple out here in just a little while. They seem to take the contact sports all right, although I've seen some again, severely injured.
Over here.
I've never seen wrestling before, and I don't understand how the match is decided.
The better
I
man.
should make the point that match was not decided. I called
Well, there was a time
element
here, and he just said that's it, and Ray rang the bell. There was no fall or submission hold. But the ways to win a wrestling match are through a pinfall, a submission hold, or disqualification, or a count out of the ring, not being able to return to the ring by the count of 10.
Now, a pinfall is what, with both shoulder blades on the ground?
Both shoulder blades on the ground for the count of 1,001, 1,002, 1,003.
Is there a time limit?
There's different time limits in different bouts, anywhere from 15 minutes usually for the preliminary matches, or 30 minutes to an hour to 90 minutes, and sometimes there are no time limit.
Have you ever seen this live?
No.
What are your feelings about this?
It's fakey to me. It's,
You think so?
Have you ever been body slammed?
I can see the red marks coming, so I know that they're getting physical contact, but it just doesn't look like it's real.
How do you explain this tremendous popularity that this sport is enjoying?
I really have no idea. It doesn't really interest me.
Do you have anything you can do to help her? We've asked, so there are about 30 people here who see wrestling regularly and for whom it's a very important part of their recreational life. Do you understand her feelings? Okay, well, I don't have, excuse me, I got to work both sides of the ring here. What can you say to her to help her, you want to stand for just a second?
Okay, well, really, a lot of it is, you can catch it as they're going through it, but really it takes one guy or the other guy and the opponent to get mad at the other one before they really let loose. They won't let.
See that?
Yes, you can see that on the floor as they're wrestling, but they have to hurt the other one before they will actually do it. If they don't, it's going to go on all night just the same way. I mean, it doesn't change. It never does.
Okay, so in other words, you're giving her a point that there's a certain amount of planned theatricality with this, but sooner or later, what happens?
Well, sooner or later, one of the opponent gets hurt, and then the other one gets mad, and it's just a free-for-all inside.
And that's when you get excited.
All the blood gets going, yes, definitely.
You like it too,
yes.
Yeah. But the blood it helps, huh? Makes it more entertaining?
Not really. No, I like it when it gets rowdy, though. I get rowdy, too.
Start screaming at them.
Really?
All right. Vern, maybe we should let them know right now, then, that there are, this is not a exclusively male exercise here.
That's right. But I'd like to just address myself to the question why she thought it was fakey or not right. But it's very, very difficult. This is a technique that's been developed. This is not amateur wrestling, where it's very restricted and there's point system. This is a very loose style of wrestling. And we know that the fans like this style. So we eliminated the point system. We have no point system. And we have ropes, we have a ring, and that's what makes it more exciting.
Okay,
as far as the theatrics, no, it just happens out there.
Okay, let's see. You want to identify these young women then who are coming out here? Or,
yes, I can. Okay, we have these are two of the finer lady wrestlers here in America. Coming out here is Joyce Grable.
All right, Joyce.
Joyce is from Georgia. She's one half the World Tag Team Champions.
And who's this?
Wrestled in New Zealand, Canada, and Japan. And her opponent will be Judy Martin, your referee George Scrap Iron Gadaski, and ring the bell and let her go.
Scrap Iron?
Scrap Iron Gadaski, referee.
Okay, Vern, come on down here and help us know what's going on here now. First of all, watch it.
If any of these ladies would like to find out this is real, you're welcome to go on in there and give it a try.
They don't even have any bruises on them.
Well, there's no bruises. Now, your body, when I first started training, a lot of these young people that I've trained, their bodies, and they come off of pro football or collegiate football teams, and their bodies are skinned up and bruised. But after they get used to the pounding and the hammering, the bodies toughen up. And the black and blues disappear, the mat burns disappear, and your body becomes accustomed to it, but it's training that does it.
Do they ever have lower backache or anything?
Yes, we have a lot of back injuries.
Can we ask you some personal things here now? I want to know how old they are, don't you? I don't know whether that's... You probably don't.
You don't think I'm going to tell you that?
How long do you...
Maybe their 40s.
You think so?
No. 28, 30s.
28, 30? Now, according to our experts in attendance here, what we look for is apparently a real change in attitude from the usual bouncing off, watching.
All right, there's arm bar, arm twist, duck under, reversal.
Yeah. Now, these young women sell tickets, don't they? I mean, my point is that the people show up to see this kind of...
Yes. When I first started wrestling about 32 years ago, there seemed to be more lady wrestling at that time than there is now. It's really, it's come down to a few lady wrestlers, but the ones that are here are just excellent. Are very, very good.
Right.
And these girls are not exactly rookies. They're not rookies.
Now, watch it. She's got the ref in it now. All right.
Referee is trying to keep it down a little bit, but she don't want any part of it.
I got some questions here for you, Vern. Just stand by while we're watching these young women work here. Are they matched by weight? Is there any weight class here?
No, they're all lady wrestling. There's only one weight, and that's heavyweight. Heavyweight, I guess. Light heavyweight. Sorry.
Vern, the money's good here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Watch it. Ooh. Am I to understand that there are wrestlers now making in the area of $500,000 a year?
Yes, there are a few making that. Not many. That's pretty high up there. But a lot of them making. That was a. I don't know if the camera could, the audio picked that up or not, but it was a pretty hard blow there to the stomach.
Now,
by Joyce to Vicky.
Now, I assume then these young women are probably making more than you might make as the. You know, if you're in the secretarial pool at a large corporation, huh?
Yeah, well, I understand secretaries are making in the area of $50,000 a year, and these girls are making that and up.
Well, there aren't too many secretaries making that much, Vern, but that's okay. You're saying that you think that that's the kind of income.
I think that's what they're in that area, yes. But they have to wrestle a great deal for that kind of an income.
Who do I ask this to?
Right here, Vern, you can ask him.
I'd like to know what the rules and regulations are as to how rough wrestling can be.
In other words, is there a limit? Do they stop? Watch.
Yes, yes, and if the referee knows exactly when to step in.
Now, we'll be happy to ask you that. Watch it, watch it. Are you entertained by this?
Yes, right
You
now.
like
This
it.
first, I don't exactly like. I think it can be very rough, but right now, this first time I'm seeing it.
And how do you feel about it? I
well,
mean, is it watchable, or do you want
It
to
is
get out of here, or
watchable.
what?
I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah. Well, you know, how do you make sure that
there are rules. The rules are very, very much relaxed. If you look relating to amateur wrestling, these are very much relaxed compared to that. The rules really have been made by the fans. They know what kind of style of wrestling they like.
All right, let's Vern, tell us what this is. That's a back roll over?
There's a back roll. There's a double arm bar.
Almost. Oh.
Push off by Joyce.
You know, are they married, these people? I mean, do they have...
No, these are just two average housewives that we have on here.
I mean, do they bake cookies and, you know...
I don't think they do as a steady diet, but they are very well trained in this style of professional wrestling.
Yes, over here, Vern. Yeah.
Vern, who regulates wrestling? Is there any regulators?
In Illinois here, it's the
Right.
Illinois Athletic Commission. And there are...
I assume there's one for every state, is there?
Yes, there's most states, but the American Wrestling Association, Stanley Blackburn, Amarillo, Texas, the president of this league.
Okay.
All right. Jim Crockett down in North Carolina is the president of the National Wrestling.
All right, Scrap Iron.
And Vince McMahon, I believe, is the president of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. We have 3 state leagues in America, basically.
Could you, I wonder, would it be, can I ring the bell?
This is a very tough toe hold.
All right. Let's hear it for the girl.
That's it.
Let you come down just a little bit. Now, who's Judy? You're Judy.
George.
You're huh? Judy and... Okay.
I know you can keep control, Phil, but...
Joyce and Judy. All right. Let me... well, wait a minute. I want to interview you. I just want to interview you for a second. We'll be back in just a moment. You don't like the boots?
Why?
Well, I mean, it's part of... Come on in. Tell me how you feel. You go to wrestling, but what, twice a week?
No, I never go.
All right, okay.
But
How do you feel? How are you doing with it?
the thing is, I enjoyed college and high school wrestling, and I'll go watch them. But this is flashy. This is too much put on.
You think so? Anybody want to talk to her? Anybody want to talk to her? Yes. All right. Well, what do you think about this woman's attitude? Maybe we can get go right ahead.
First of all, how would she know about athletic ability or injuries? You know, after all, your main injury is dropping the supper dish on your big toe. You know, listen, just quiet down. I'm talking right now. Listen, my shoulders are as wide as the World Trade Center in New York City, Daddy, and it takes a lot of guts to get in there in the ring, especially to be #1 like I am. Now, first of all, I have dislocated my shoulder. I have broken my nose. It looks like the Youngman Expressway. I have scars on my forehead. I'm not just another pretty face. I'm a talented young man, and you have no business telling us that it's flashy. Sure, I am Mr. Flash. I am Mr. New York City.
Was there any entertainment value in this at all?
I didn't really enjoy it.
You did.
That's your opinion.
I'd like to give him back his card.
Thank you very much. I don't like girls with glasses either.
We got a true fan here. Yes, you wanted to...
Mr. Gagne, are you going after the title like your father has carried for so long?
I would like to someday. Right now I'm tag team wrestling, and I'm one half of the tag team champions, and it's hard to devote your time. I have to devote all my time to tag team wrestling right now, but someday, yes, I'd like to wrestle the man who has the championship right now, Nick Bockwinkel.
How long? Yeah, I agree there.
You want him to make it, huh?
I'd like to see him cream.
What is it about him?
He doesn't deserve it, Bockwinkel. What?
Well, tell me about Bockwinkel. What's his problem?
I just think he's a dirty wrestler. I think he dirties the name of wrestling. I'd like to see Mr. Gagne take it.
And Mr. Gagne is what, a kind of clean-cut base?
He would be what you would consider a very clean-cut wrestler, yes. And he's good-looking.
Yeah.
I have a question for Gagne.
Yes.
All right, you followed your father's footsteps. All right, when you have any kids, or if you do, are you going to have them follow yours also and go into it?
I have a young boy right now who's 9 months old, and he's almost there already. He's going to be a pretty big guy, but my father never pushed me in any direction. He let me choose the own sports I wanted to participate in, and I made wrestling my decision and made it my career, and I love it.
Yeah. How many years would you stay in this?
It depends
women.
on... Women.
Until I'm too old to do it any longer. I think women can stay in it just as long as men. We have the same ability as they do, and we're as good as they are.
Tell me, are you single, or tell me about you?
Single.
You're single. And you too? Yeah, give her the mic there. Can you be married and do this work?
Yeah, you can, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I was married for 3 years, and I'm divorced.
Right. What's a social life like for a woman in this kind of work? You know, I mean, it's unusual. It takes a guy with a lot of who's together to be able to feel comfortable with you.
Well, it's no different than being a tennis player or a golfer or anything. They're on the road a lot, and we are too.
Right.
If they can stay married, we can too.
But obviously you didn't grow up to be, I mean, this wasn't your childhood dream, I assume. There weren't that many women wrestlers for you to even see.
Oh, there were a lot of women wrestlers, especially in Georgia. But I started going to wrestling when I was about 12 years old, and I liked it then, and when I turned 18, I decided that's what I wanted to do.
Same with you?
Yes, I've grown up around it. My father always went, so.
Right. You don't smoke, do you?
No.
So how much do you have to worry about taking care of yourself? That's an awful expenditure of energy out there that you both gave us.
Oh, well, you have to go have your regular checkups. A girl wrestler has to go at least twice a year because of breast cancer and everything else from the blows and everything. But as far as that, you know, we stay in good shape.
Yeah. Is the money good?
Money's very good.
It's none of our business, but could you give us a ballpark here? What kind of bucks are we talking?
Thank you.
Nothing, huh?
Nope.
It was suggested that you're doing at least $50,000 a year.
We do very good. For other reasons, I'd rather not say.
Sure. That's your privilege. I don't mean to pry, but you can understand our curiosity. For all the folks, you know, who are working down at your local department store clerking, I mean, this would be an option they might want to examine. Yes, we're back here, friend.
How long do you have to train to do something like this?
You train all your life. You never finish training. But I trained for about 3 months before I had my first match. But I was very athletic. I played softball and volleyball, played all sports in high school. And so I was in very good shape when I started doing it.
I have a question for Greg. One of your most famous holds in your father's is a sleeper hold, which knocks your opponent unconscious. I was hoping if you could demonstrate it. And
I'm the host. Thanks a lot.
We'd be more than happy to demonstrate it. If we have the time here, we'll do it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I was just wondering, how seriously do the men wrestlers take the women wrestlers? Like, do they consider them serious in what they're doing?
Yes, they're very serious, and they're very tremendous competitors. Our whole society is based on competition, and these women compete very, very hard. And when they're in the ring, they can compete at a level as high as the men wrestlers do, and we respect their decision for what they want to do, and they respect ours, and we respect everybody else.
Does the woman on the card, Vern, sell tickets? Does a woman's match on the card help in terms of its promotion?
Yes, it does, really. I think a steady diet of women wrestling wouldn't be it'd probably be as appealing as the men's wrestling. But they do, when they go there, because there are so few of them, there is a rarity. I know in some areas they're shown once a year, and people really come out to see them.
Are you guys managed? I should say, you young women, are you managed? And how do we know that, the fight game is hardly famous for its honesty down through the years, and a lot of young men and women have been exploited by the fast buck manager who suddenly disappears. Are you watching it pretty close? And how do you know how much is taken in at that gate, and to what percentage of that box are you entitled to?
Oh, well, I have a booker. That's what, not a manager, but someone who books me out and everything. And I think we get what we deserve on the match. I think that if we work as hard as the guys, we should get paid what the guys get paid.
We agree. Yeah, but Greg. Go ahead.
The men, we're our own managers. We book our own flights, our own hotel rooms. Promoters call us and ask us if we'd like to wrestle on their cards, and that's built up through the record you have over the years. And then we're paid on a percentage of the gates, and basically we just have to trust the promoters, and we do, and most of them are very, very honest.
Is the caller there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you had a point to make. What was it?
I feel that the people that watch this should realize that in boxing they use their hands and they wear gloves, and yet they break their noses and they bleed and they cut their eyes. And these people do not wear gloves. They kick with their feet. Why do not people realize that this is fake? I mean, if they really were fighting, they would, the people wouldn't come out looking like they've been massacred.
So you're saying then that you're a doubter too, then?
Yes, I am.
Have you ever been to a match?
Not in person, but I have a cable affiliate in Tennessee, and this is all that is on television at night on the cable.
Yeah. You're calling from Tennessee?
Yes, I am.
Whereabouts?
In Clinton.
Well, we got... Hello, Clinton. You're saying that it's on cable, but you're not watching, or you are watching?
I'm watching you right now, but...
Well, I know that, but I'm... Do you watch wrestling on cable?
Watches it. I have to watch it. You know, it's... my husband loves it.
I'll tell you, what's happened to broadcasting over the past several years with new technologies, more channel availability, we really almost have like a rebirth of the late 40s and 50s. Do you remember how popular wrestling was then?
Me?
You're not that old. All right. Well, you don't have to rub it in. Here we go again with wrestling, and once again the dialogue continues. Look, we're here merely to say this is not going away. It never has. In fact, it seems to be enjoying a rebirth. How you feel about it obviously depends on where you're standing when you watch it and what kind of match you see. But if you remember nothing else, please know that there is big money in this game. And
on television.
Huh?
When we watch it on television, the audience is mainly teenagers, and I feel that it's exploiting them because I know they're not getting in free.
How is it exploiting them?
Because they're going in, and like the people that are sitting beside the ring, they think that it's real. You know, they're saying, yes, they're getting out there and doing this.
It is real.
Real. They're taking their money. I mean, the blood is not real. Maybe once in a while it is.
Just to answer your question, hon, about the why we don't get cut up and our teeth knocked out, I have 5 bottom teeth that are all capped now, and I just had a tooth chipped on this match we had here today.
Hang on just a second. You're just being exploited.
I don't feel that it's, I think the kids see a lot more worse on TV than the wrestling matches. I think there's a lot more on TV. At least here you've got a referee. It's being controlled. These men have worked to do what they're going to do, and I think there's a lot of television programs that are a lot worse than what you're seeing here in the ring today.
But anyway, you understand her point, don't you, Clinton?
No, I don't.
All right.
TV, I mean, you can turn it off. My husband won't let me, but that's, you know.
Your husband really is into this, is he?
Yeah, well, he even watches it and says, oh, it's fake, and then he'll holler at me and say, look what he's doing now. You know, he's going to...
Yeah. I'm sorry to have to break. Would you give our best to everybody in Tennessee?
I will.
I'm glad you called.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with a tag team match in just a moment.
Reach for the stars, reach out for the best, don't settle for less, reach for the stars on CBS, get in on the fun, the stars are shining bright, reach for CBS, and reach for the stars tonight.
Magic moments and many golden feelings are gonna come your way and touch your heart. When all our love and laughter tap you on the shoulder, reach out and hold it, come and take your part.
I wanna reach for the stars, come and ride the crest, reach out for the best, the best, reach for the stars on CBS, we're coming on, the way you knew we would, watching CBS, America, you're looking good, come on!
Grab a taste of action, get a world of news, see the biggest movies, shake away the blues, reach for new sensations, catch the latest fun, feel those great vibrations, reach for number one.
Reach for the stars, reach out for the best, don't settle for less, reach for the stars on CBS, reach for the stars on CBS, reach for the stars on CBS.
I am pleased to introduce the next event on our card. This is a tag team match featuring Jesse the Body Ventura and Adrian Golden Boy Adonis. Come on out here, Vic. Jesse is a San Diego, California person, and Adrian is from New York. They are called the East-West Connection.
The first thing I want to tell you, Phil Donahue, is that I receive thousands of cards and letters, all these women begging me to come in here and pose today. They want to see the body in action, so they're going to see it.
Also here are the AWA World's Tag Team Champions. Here are Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell, right here. Scrap Iron will serve as our referee, and I'm getting out of here. All right? I'll tell you what, I'll ring the bell. That's what I do real well here. Yes, hit it. All right, well, there you go.
Now, Jim.
It makes noise, that's all. The tide dives up. She just makes noise. Don't worry about
it. Are you? Have you been here before? Let me see. Stand up a second. What do you think?
I'm enjoying it. It's like a sideshow. I'm enjoying it.
Is it? But you look like you're being thoroughly entertained by it.
Well, years ago, I had to watch it when my father was alive, and this was it, and there was nothing else.
But they look like they're killing each other. Look at the blood in the head there.
I know, but they'll both probably walk down the aisle hand in hand after it's all over.
Is the caller there?
Yes.
Can the caller hear me?
Yes, I can.
Go right ahead.
I wanted to say, you better stay out of the ring. I don't want you hurt. You're my lifesaver, for one thing. And I've watched wrestling for several years. When my father was alive and my husband and I watch it, I especially like the Bruiser, but I did wonder if some of the fights that they have had, where they bring in the chairs and hit everybody in the head and you see blood flying, is that really, really happening, or is it set up? I can never make up my mind.
Yeah, you're saying she wants to know, in other words, are these people hurting themselves or each other?
Yeah, really.
She wants to know, really. Now, Vern, what's going on here? Give us something.
Hammerlock on Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura is attempting to relieve the pressure by moving around.
Yeah.
Greg, this is a tag match. He tags off to his partner, Jim Brunzell, and he'll come right back. Double wrist lock.
Watch it. Can you see your TV set?
Now, the trouble is, most people in America or in the world have never wrestled. They don't know what wrestling is.
Can you see your TV set? I can't hear.
Watch the high flyers, and some, they really get hurt.
Yeah.
I saw
the... It hurts in professional wrestling.
His legs...
Yeah. Watch it. Hey. Right? What?
It looks like it hurts.
Yeah. Well,
some of that wrestling, I believe that, you know, they are getting hurt, but the ones that I have seen
it's a bear hug by Donahue.
Right.
Right.
So that
would you pay money to watch this?
I love it.
Very devastating for Jimmy. Should tag off.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, is the caller there? Is there a caller there?
Yes, there is.
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, I wanted to know why there are so many world champions at one time.
Why there's what, ma'am?
So many world champions at one time, because we watch cable, and Georgia claims they've got the world champion.
Oh, yeah.
Claims it.
Who is the woman?
We have 3 leagues in America, and there are 3 champions.
That's why they have so many.
AWA, American Wrestling Association, the National Wrestling Alliance, and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Okay.
What's going on here? Yeah. Excuse me. Who's this? This is Golden Boy coming in.
Gentlemen,
I'm Hulk Hogan. You get your facts straight. From Venice Beach, California. I did not come down here today to lollygag around in the halls. And for that freak over there, that woman over there that called us freaks, she is the only 8 to 5 freak. I've had enough guts. Enough guts to break out 8 to 5 sooner and become a superman. Let me tell you something. I came down here, I will challenge all 4 of those men. I will take on all 4 of these men as far as the body goes. Get the camera over here real close. Where's it at?
Come on over here, Golden Boy. I wanted to see you.
Hulk Hogan, please, let's get it right. Let's get it straight the first time.
All right.
Let me... No, I'm not, but I will be. I just came into this area. Everybody around here is talking about the #1. You just look at this body. How about the body? Look at it, huh? Check it out. Where are those cameras at, huh?
This is Hulk Hogan, 6'8", 335 from Tampa, Florida.
No, sir, from Venice Beach, California. Why don't you get your facts straight, huh?
I'm sorry.
Is this your show? You want me to take over or what?
you were going, and I'm sorry. You have my apology, Hulk.
So what are you looking at, huh? What are you looking at, you goofy? These are the biggest stars in the world. Look at them, brother. What are you looking at?
We don't want any side stuff going on.
Anything you can do, I can do better there, you bleach one. Huh? What do you think about that? Get around here.
Hold it, Hulk. We still got the, watch it. We got some young men injured up here, so let's be careful. And maybe if you just stay here, Hulk, and just stay there for just a second. Hold on, Hulk. Let me just see if we can't get some more folks on here. We got a little lull in the action here. Is the caller there?
Yes, I am.
Go right ahead.
I was wondering how come they don't consider wrestling like basic.
How come what?
Other sports, they really hate each other.
Yes, ma'am. I'll try and hear you. What was the question you had?
Yes, I was wondering how come they don't consider wrestling like football or baseball. Don't have on at least once a week like they do football or baseball, you know, like on the news.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering if they really hate each other, like Dick the Bruiser, like hate King Kong Brody.
I'll be happy to answer your question as soon as I get an opportunity to play the tape. I can't hear anything. We'll be back in just a moment. Adrian Adonis, Jesse the Body, having just had what looked to me like a significant workout. I just don't want this program to end without acknowledging the presence of the present American Wrestling Association World's Champ from Beverly Hills, California. Here's Nick Bockwinkel. You know Nick. You don't like Nick. Oh. Nick, good to see you. Nice to have you with us. Look, I just want to try and establish for you, no less a source than the Chicago Sun-Times has told us that as many as 32 million people, this is 1976, actually showed up to watch wrestling in an arena. This is a significant number because it ties college football for the most number of people attending. College basketball, for example, had 27 million. Pro basketball had 10. This is in 76. The only sports which exceed wrestling in terms of personal involvement, spectatorship, are car racing and horse racing. So there's some big bucks here. This is not going to go away. I'm fascinated at how you're really into this, huh? You having some fun? Well, let me get some folks here. Hang on just a minute, guys. And let me get some folks here who perhaps have not had the opportunity to watch wrestling all that often. You waited 2 years for your tickets, and you get this show, huh?
Darn sure. I think it's hilarious.
Really?
I think it's the biggest put on. I think it's hilarious.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm having fun here, but I'll avoid it with a passion on television.
Now, how do you explain this popularity for...
I don't. I can't understand it. With all the violence on TV, this is certainly not less violent.
I know, but they're nice-looking young men, and they're well-built, and they take care of themselves.
And I think they're making a good buck. But
You know what I always find curious,
I wouldn't pay 5 cents to see a live match, and my TV goes off.
Really?
Really.
Champ, you wanted to say what to this?
Yes, I'm always amazed that the people who do the least athletic endeavors in their life often happen to be the most vociferous critics. And I don't know, maybe she was a top marathon runner in one of her years, but it's usually the ladies and maybe sometimes the men of not the most masculine gender who always want to criticize us the most.
Really?
That's right, Nick.
So you,
That's right, Nick.
so if we criticize wrestling, maybe we got a little homosexuality problem. Is that your point?
Maybe.
Hey, you know, Thank you. Don't leave me now. Yeah.
Well, my question was originally going to be about how the ring is constructed. The way you bounce, it seems like there's probably a lot of padding and
Well, there's canvas, and that's it, and plywood. And let me tell you something, my vertebrae are out in my back, and I wish it was foam rubber. Believe me, it'd be a lot easier.
Yes, yes.
I was just curious with all the rough treatment you're taking. How long is a career for a wrestler?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to need, a case of Ben Gay after this.
I lasted 32 years in wrestling.
Yes, sir. You'll stand.
I think a lot of it depends on what kind of shape you keep yourself in. Because there's top marathon runners in their mid-50s. Just like there's top wrestlers, it's all what kind of conditioning you do, what you eat, and how you take care of yourself, because I don't really think you're over the hill till 60 or past.
Over here, Jesse. Over here, yeah.
I'd like to know how Nick Bockwinkel got the world's title.
Why, you don't think he deserves it?
No, I don't.
You don't think so either? Wait till I go back to my expert in residence here. Tell me how do you feel about Nick?
I don't think he's going to carry it with the dignity that Mr. Gagne carried it for.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you mean dignity?
Well,
that might be your personal opinion, dear. And, of course, there are just as many out there who think other than you.
But the biggest majority is not in favor of what took place with the belt. I
really can't be that concerned with the biggest majority.
That's your opinion?
I want to know how much traveling they do a year.
You travel a lot?
Usually goes about 200,000 miles a year at least.
Really? Is the caller there? Thanks for waiting.
Yes, I'd like to know what purpose the referee serves. When the good guys are doing something.
You have a tendency to think, mind you, as it was explained to you earlier, the sport is fast-paced, and it is made to be exciting, and there is a judgment call ability with the referee.
Is the caller there?
If he ran it in a very strict manner, it would be the same as amateur wrestling, and they like it to be, the fans like it to be exciting, and that's exactly the way it's structured, and he tries to do the best he can.
Is the caller there? Is the caller there?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. I have very little time.
Oh, okay. First, I just wanted to mention I've been an avid fan of professional wrestling ever since I was old enough to turn off the TV.
Running out of time.
I should say. I just wanted to ask a general question to all the wrestlers. Is all the animosity and the hatred I see in the interviews, is that all real, or is some of that showmanship on the part of the wrestlers?
It's more real than it's anything, because these people are very, very conscious and egotistically protecting their own business.
Let me tell you this, it's for real when it concerns the high flyers or that other dude from California.
This guy, he's selling tickets.
See, what a lot of people don't realize is
trying.
there's nothing wrong with being proud and egotistical about what you do and wanting to brag about yourself and carry it off. And the humble society we're in is always telling us, no, play it down, and we don't.
We'll be back in just a moment.
If you would like a written transcript of today's program, send $2.50 in check or money order to Donahue Transcripts, Box 2111, Cincinnati, Ohio 45201. Include the subject or the name of the guest with your request.
We were just told that there's something there about canvas and plywood, and we gave the stage a little feel when we came through. We could feel padding.
Well, I mean, there is a little padding there.
There's a half inch of rubber on top of plywood.
That's not what they should call it as it is. That's not what they
Did you want blacktop or did you want cement?
Vern, you wanted to identify...
Yeah, I have a young man here, one of America's great wrestlers, last year's Olympic team that did not go to Moscow. He was on the 76 team. The greatest Greco-Roman wrestler we have in America was world champion Brad Reagans from Minnesota.
And we also... yes. I just want to thank, Hulk Hogan, our Floridian, came in here with this, he's 6'8", 335. In my next life, I'm going to have a body like that. Is, anybody with any final thoughts here? Are you married to some of these folks?
Mr. Paul
one of them, I mean.
University of Minnesota Athletic Director.
Thank you so much for coming to see us, and also you have...
Yes, I'm Jim Brunzel's wife.
And what's it like?
Well, it's different. It's the people... They all say it's fake, but they don't see when they come home how they are, and it's hard. It's
Services provided and promotional fees paid by the following.
The new Volvo GLT Turbo. Our engineers love it for sound engineering reasons. Our test drivers just love it.
Another lap.
Super scrubbable True Test Easy Care Latex flat wall and trim finish. Perfect for both walls and woodwork. Sold only by True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Preceding pre-recording.